if you weren't able to be with us during the Bible class hour, we talked about Sarah and from Hebrews 11, by faith, Sarah. And I want to read the next verse. Sarah's not mentioned. It's kind of talking about Abraham and Sarah. But this is what it says, verse 12 of Hebrews 11. Therefore, from one man, and him as good as dead, were born descendants as many as the stars of heaven, and as many as the innumerable grains of sand by the seashore. And so one of the things we talked about in the class about Sarah, and we said that God can do the impossible. And that's something that he says in Genesis 18. Is there anything too hard for Yahweh? Is there anything too hard for the Lord? And obviously the answer is no, right? God can do the impossible, the unreasonable. Well, in Hebrews 11 and verse 12, it really says exactly that God took this man, Abraham, who was as good as dead. He's as old as dirt, right? He is like as good as dead, and God takes him and his wife, who's also old as dirt, and he gives them descendants as numerous as the stars in heaven and grains of sand on the seashore. And so I guess my point would be that obviously God can do the impossible, but when we really think about that from a spiritual perspective, God has done the impossible with all of us who have put our faith in Jesus, right? That he has taken us who were dead in sin, not as good as dead, but who were literally dead. And he has taken us and he has made us alive in Christ. And he has seated us in heavenly places together with him by grace. God has done the impossible, and God can do the impossible. And so if you find yourself here this evening and you're dead in sin, and you're wondering if God can take you out of that, if God can give you life, the answer is yes. God can do the impossible. He can give you life by grace through faith. And so we want to offer the invitation this evening for you to come forward, to put on Christ in baptism, to be made alive in your spiritual death by our God who does the impossible. If you have a need this evening, come forward as we stand and sing.